Even though my mother died when I was 13, almost 44 years ago, I still find some of her old sayings creeping into my head and into my speech. Mama was born in Lenore, North Carolina around the turn of the 20th century, just a generation removed from bondage. I'm sure that some of her words of wisdom probably originated in the slave quarters of Western North Carolina, but they always reminded me of the lessons I learned from Mama in our short time together. Sometimes when I least expected, the words of Mama will sprout unbidden from my mouth. I grew up in a small coal mining town in rural western Pennsylvania, where gossip was as prevalent as weeds. While their husbands mined coal, the women of Hill Station minded each other's business. Mama had a lot of friends, and most of them couldn't wait to share the latest tidbit with her. Whether it was across the fence, at the grocery store, or at a friend's house, there was always a juicy story that someone had to tell my mother. But even though she would listen, she never gave her opinion. When asked, she always gave the same response. My name is Wes, and I ain't in that mess. By that simple phrase, I learned it wasn't smart to get involved in gossip. Whenever I use it, I can just imagine Mama standing behind me with her hands on her hips and a smile on her face. Mama believed that good breeding always showed. The lessons I learned by her side, always say please and thank you, respect your elders, treat others like you want to be treated, are ingrained in my head. Mama loved to laugh and clown around with her friends, but she knew when to be serious and when to take care of business. Sometimes she would buy a live chicken to cook for dinner. After she beheaded the chicken with one lethal slash, I would hide into the kitchen until she caught up with the rest of the bird. I learned at an early age that headless chickens were scary, unpredictable, and dangerous. Who wanted to be like that? It's okay to have fun, but don't run around like a chicken with its head cut off. These days, when I see groups of young people being loud and obnoxious or hear about the latest celebrity meltdown, I have to stop myself from clicking my tongue and shaking my head. Mama was a great believer in finding good in everyone. Besides disliking gossip, she thought it was counterproductive to be negative. You can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar, she admonished. To this day, I've never heard anyone say anything bad about her. Everyone remembers her smile, her generosity, her concern for her friends and neighbors. Of course, she had her faults and things didn't always go her way, but she didn't dwell on disappointments. She believed that life was what you made of it, and you could always find something positive to say. It's hard to follow her example, but I try to push back negative words before they come out or bite my tongue. Mama was right, because when I do let the vinegar escape, it sours everything around it. Mama experienced many losses in her life, so she knew not to take it for granted. She wasn't a complainer, so when asked how she was feeling, she acknowledged that any day above ground was a good day. I'm still in the land of the living. So many people who went to bed last night didn't wake up this morning. I'll never forget that sunny Sunday morning in July when Mama left me, when I realized the truth of that statement for the first time. The older I get, the more I realize that she was right. Every day is a present that comes with no guarantee. Even though Mama was with me physically for only 13 short years, her sayings and teachings will be with me forever. Mama was a force to be reckoned with, and that force still guides me to be a better person every day. I'm sure she would be proud that I still remember the lessons she taught me. Thank you, Mama. Thank you.